Hi everybody and welcome back again. In this video I'm going to talk about website backups. Can't tell you how important it is to keep your website backed up, whether it's weekly, monthly, daily. It all depends on how often you're updating your website. If you find that you're adding blog posts or adding pages every day, update it weekly. If you find that you're not updating your website that often, go ahead and update it monthly or back it up monthly. But I do recommend that you keep solid backups and keep them available just in case. Because it's not a matter of if you're going to get hacked into or if something on your website's going to break. It's a matter of when. It's just the nature of the beast. It's how it works. All right, so let me show you how to make backups. All right, I'm already logged into my admin here, so I'm going to go to my dashboard. And what I'm going to use for backups on my website is a plugin called Duplicator. I highly recommend it. It's really, really easy to use. So to install it, go to Plugins and choose Add New. From here, I'm just going to type in the word Duplicator. And I'm going to run a search on that. And there it is. It's this first one right here. You see this icon? You know you got the right one. So I'm going to go ahead and install that. And I'm going to activate this plugin. All right, so now my plugin's activated. It's ready to use. You'll see it right over here in the left-hand column of your dashboard of your admin, Duplicator. So I'm going to click on that. And it's simple. All you have to do is choose Create New. From here, you can name your backup. Sometimes I name it Routine Backup, Backup Before Upgrade, Backup After Upgrade. It just depends on, what your backup is. Typically, they're just routine backups. So I'm going to simply choose Next. Straightforward, very, very easy. So what the plugin does, what Duplicator does, is it runs a scan of your website. And it's going to let you know, do you have large files? Is the total size really, really big? And in this case, this website is a big website. There's large files and it's a big backup. So it's telling me there's warnings here. I got large files. My total size is 600 megs. It's huge. So it's saying, hey, we might not be able to back this up for you. Do you accept that, this might not work? It's a warning. There's large stuff. Yeah, I accept. All right, go ahead and build it out. So when it builds out your package, your backup, what it's doing is it's taking and backing up a copy of your database, and it's making a backup of all the files that are on the server for your website. All your WordPress files, all your pages, your blog posts, everything is being backed up. So yeah, I highly recommend that you use this once a week, once a month. When this is done building out the package, and sometimes it takes a really long time to build this package out. But when it's done, don't just leave it here. You have to actually take that package and download it onto your computer. Because if the website crashes, you can't access it. You won't be able to get this package if you can't access the website. So you got to back it up onto your computer. It's a zip file, so it's super, super easy to utilize. Duplicator also makes it so that you can configure some settings. So say this backup doesn't work. The files are too big, the backup is too large, it's not going to work. There's actually settings here that you can set to configure so that it will allocate more memory to the build process. It'll initiate keep alive commands so that the server doesn't close on you if the backup's too big. And that comes in handy. Again, if you're building out really large packages, go ahead and utilize those settings and set the server so that it will build that package out for you. If even that doesn't work, and sometimes that happens, sometimes backups are so big, this plugin cannot handle it. There is a pro version on here. I'd recommend that. Use it, download it. It's worth it. And with the pro version too, it will schedule backups for you. So without even having to do anything, the pro version will automatically run backups for you. But again, you got to come in here, you got to download those packages, otherwise it's pointless. Okay, so this download was successful. The build process rather was successful, and now it says, okay, do you want to archive this or install it? Well, I want to archive it. I want it on my computer. So I'm going to go ahead and choose archive and save as. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to throw a copy of it onto my desktop. Now what I find with duplicator, and keep this in mind, duplicator creates really, really long names for these files. This whole bit right here, I usually just take that out and I shorten up the name of this archive. It's just a zip file. It doesn't need a huge long name. This piece right here, 2016-1-14, that's the date. Keep that. It's important, so that way you know when this backup was created. So I'm going to choose save, and now what it's going to do is it's going to make a full download of this package onto my computer. So the great thing about this download is, again, if anything happens to your site, it gets hacked into, it crashes, you can actually unzip that file and you have every single file that's needed to rebuild your entire website. If you have access to your server, access to your cPanel, FTP access, or if you have someone who manages your website that has that access, all you have to do is say, hey, my website was hacked into, it's broken, here's a solid backup. Give them these files and they'll know exactly what to do. The database file is intact. You can take that entire database file, you can re-import it if you need to. And again, this is a large backup, so it's taking a bit of time to extract. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what one of these backups looks like. So I'm going to go into my folder here. And let me go into, let's see, do I have a backup in here? I think I have a backup in here. Backup. All right, so this is what it looks like. Here is a backup. So if you extract this, I'll show you what these look like. It's really neat. If I open up this file, here's all the files that are needed to rebuild this website. I'm going to refresh that. So there's my database file. It's just a SQL file. You have all the files that are needed to build up your entire website again. So it comes in handy. It's a really great plugin. Again, back up your website often. Visit us again for the next video lesson. I'm going to be talking about contact forms. Thanks, guys.